Right. So we're diving deep today. And, I mean, deeper
Deeper than usual.
than usual. Yeah.
Buckle up.
Yeah. Rhodesian Bush War.
Yeah, it's a fascinating one.
It is.
Zimbabwean Independence War, it was called?
Right. Right. A lot of people know about it, but
Know the basics, I think.
they know the basics. Yeah. They know that it was a fight for independence.
Right.
They know that it was the Rhodesian government against, these nationalist forces. But there's a lot more going on.
A lot more, yeah.
So what were the years? It was like 64 to 79?
Yeah, 64 to 79, so about 15 years.
And during those 15 years, I mean, thousands of people died, right?
Thousands, yeah, it was brutal.
And it wasn't just during the war.
No.
I mean, the effects of this war are still being felt today
Oh, absolutely.
in the region.
Yeah, a lot of political instability.
Yeah, yeah. And that's not even getting into all the, like the mysterious stuff.
Right.
The stuff that we're going to talk about today.
That's what makes this one so interesting.
Yeah, I mean, covert operations, foreign interference.
Oh, yeah.
Possibly reasons for the war that go way beyond just a simple fight for independence.
Right.
Right.
Absolutely. I mean, you have to remember, this was the Cold War.
Oh, right, right.
And the Cold War wasn't just, the U.S. and the Soviet Union staring each other down. It was playing out all over the world.
Yes.
In these proxy wars.
Proxy wars, yeah.
These smaller conflicts where the big powers would support different sides to try and advance their own interests.
Like a chess game.
It is. And the Rhodesian Bush War, well, some people think it was another pawn in that game.
Right, right. Okay, so let's get into some of these theories and these hidden motives and
Secret alliances,
yeah.
Yeah.
So one of the things that keeps popping up in the research is this idea that there was this struggle for control over Africa's resources.
Oh, yeah, you can't forget about the resources.
Right.
I mean, Africa's rich in minerals, diamonds, gold, and there were definitely some powerful interests who wanted to make sure they had access to those resources.
Yeah, and specifically, we saw this one document, a declassified document that talked about a meeting between British intelligence
Oh, wow.
and a mining conglomerate that had a lot of interests in Rhodesia.
So they're basically saying, hey, if the nationalists win,
Right.
we might lose our access to all these valuable minerals.
Exactly.
That's pretty damning.
It is. It is. So, I mean, it really makes you think, like, how much of this war was really about, ideology or
Right.
independence?
Or was it about something else entirely?
Right.
Was it about control, power, money?
Yeah, yeah. And then there are these even more specific theories about, like, covert operations.
Oh, yeah. Get into the nitty-gritty.
Yeah, like there was one theory that said that South African intelligence operatives were secretly supporting the Rhodesian government.
Trying to keep the communists out?
Right, yeah. Now, there are people who dispute this.
Oh, of course.
But it's one more piece of this whole puzzle that just makes it so complicated.
And so fascinating.
Yeah, it's really fascinating. But, it's easy to get lost in all the geopolitics and forget that this war had a devastating impact on real people.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? At the end of the day, it's about the human cost.
Right.
The
Yeah.
lives lost, the families torn apart.
Yeah. I mean, I was reading this one report, and it was just heartbreaking.
What did it say?
It was talking about how entire villages were displaced.
Oh, wow.
People were forced to flee their homes, families were separated.
It's tragic.
It really is. And the psychological trauma, I mean, that lasts for generations.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Wars leave scars that never truly heal.
No, they don't.
And the Rhodesian Bush War is no exception.
Right. So, Zimbabwe did eventually achieve independence.
They did, yeah.
But it came at a huge price.
It did. And the country is still dealing with the consequences today.
Right, yeah. So, I mean, we've talked about the historical context. We've talked about these really intriguing theories.
And we can't forget the human cost.
Right, right. So the question we have for you, the listener, is this. Given everything we've talked about today.
All the complexities, the different perspectives.
Right. How do you think the Rhodesian Bush War should be remembered?
What lessons can we learn from it?
Yeah. It's a story that goes way beyond just Zimbabwe.
It's a story about power, about ideology, about the human cost of conflict.
Exactly. So, keep thinking about it, keep exploring this topic. It's worth it.
It is.
And that's it for today's deep dive.
Until next time.
Until next time.